Hey, welcome back. In this episode, we're going to go through the process of installing Node, and then we're going to write and run our first script. So let's get started. So first of all, installing Node is pretty simple. I copied instructions here. The instructions may vary depending upon your environment, whether you're on a Mac or running Windows or Linux. So if you take a look at the documentation, and you'll see instructions very similar to what I showed you over here. So in this page, it's 11.6 and 24.9. I think I am installing not that one, but the current one. So 11.6, 24.9. So this is what I opted to install on my machine. So using this page, go ahead and select your environment and then figure out what the commands are for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run all these commands. I've already done this once. I don't think it'll pick up anything new. I'm going to copy the first command. I'm going to switch over to my development environment, which is I'm using WebStorm here. And I'm going to go to the terminal that's part of WebStorm. I'm going to paste that command in. That's the curl command, which will download NVM, which is the installer. So we'll go through that. It says it's already installed. And it gave me some instructions here at the very bottom. I'm going to ignore them because those instructions are the same ones that are here. So I want to run this. Hit enter there. If I go back to my instructions then, it says NVM install 24. So I'm going to hit enter and run that. So it's already installed. And then the last two are just a verification step. So I can do node-v and npm-v. So I'm going to come over here. Let's clear this out so we can see. So node-v, and I'm running version 24.9.0 and npm-v, and that's 11.6.0. So after you got Node installed, then you can start to use something called the interactive shell. We will not be using the interactive shell much in this video series. What we're going to do is we're going to write our Node or our JavaScript code and put it into a file and have Node execute it that way. We'll take a look at executing JavaScript in files in just a moment. But for now, let's go ahead and play around with this interactive shell. We're just going to replicate what you see here. We're going to go to the terminal window and start the interactive shell. Come back over here to my WebStorm. At the very bottom, here's the terminal window. I'm going to type in Node, and now I've entered the interactive shell. And here I can type problems, so I can do this addition problem, or maybe it's a multiplication problem. But here I can also enter any valid JavaScript command. So we saw a console.log, hello world. I hit enter, the interactive terminal will execute this command. You see it prints out hello world, and it's ready to take another command. To exit this interactive terminal, we type Control-C, and then it'll give us the prompt to press it one more time, and then we've exited, and now we're back in our terminal window. I'm going to clear this out. Let's go back to our slides. And this is typically how we're going to be running all of our JavaScript in this series. We are going to create files. As you can see, here's an example file called hello.js. And then we're going to have Node execute the JavaScript that's in that file. So let's go ahead and do this in WebStorm. I'm going to come back over. I've already created for video 2. There's this hello.js file that already has the hello world in it. Most of the code in this series, I'll have it already pre-baked. So you don't have to sit here and watch me or listen to me type. And what that allows us to do is to quickly move on to a code review so we can understand what the code is doing, and then we can execute that code. So let's execute this code here. To execute code, I'm going to type in Node. Let's be sure that you're in the correct directory. So I'm in video_2, which is exactly the directory that I need to be in, and then I give it the file. And if you're new to the terminal, you can type in the beginning couple of letters. So hello, I can hit tab and it'll fill out the rest for me. So that's a good way to save some time. And then I'm gonna hit enter. And here you can see that Node opened up this file. It went down the lines one by one. There's only one line in here, and it executed every single line of code. So this console.log line printed out hello world, and you can see that right there. This is how we're typically going to be running code in this Node series. So that's it for this video. This is a short video, mostly just to get everybody on the same page to make sure that we all have Node and NPM installed. Coming up in the next video, we're going to talk about modules and the Node Package Manager, or NPM. So we'll see you then.